Yo, 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 boy, boy. Somebody finna get paid, get paid. Young nurse get paid, get paid. Young nurse get paid. What's going on, everybody? It's your man CJ Kyle's checking in once again, back for another live stream. And boy, when I tell you that some people are about to get paid, ladies and gentlemen, some people are really about to get paid. How y'all doing this morning, though, man? What's going on, Black Man Unfiltered, y'all? Me and Black Man, we're gonna do some work. I really like what Black Man Unfiltered got going on over there, man. I really do. Solid guy. I really admire your work, sir. Um, I usually have my music popping off. Let me get my music cracking, y'all. I'm sorry, but this bag got me feeling some type of way this morning. I'm just getting off work. I really should be asleep because I'm going back tonight, but this bag got to play a feeling some type of way. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, ladies and gentlemen. You see the thumbnail. Minnesota nurses is getting paid 275,000. Not 275,000. $275 an hour. $275 an hour. With the potential of going higher than that. Let me get my music popping. Let me make sure my music's straight. Make sure we good. Oh yeah. You sounding good, ladies and gentlemen. Man, listen, shout out to my brother King Gene sent me this. King Gene, I ain't even had time to say. I ain't even had time to say thank you for sending me that on YouTube. Um my brother King Gene sent me this, man. Oh, matter of fact, let me go ahead and make King Gene a mod real quick. I'm gonna just go ahead and make King Gene a mod, man, because King Gene be holding the player down. So King Gene, I just made you a mod over here, sir. If you don't mind. If you don't mind. When you can, you ain't required to be on every stream, but whenever you can, if you see somebody out of pocket, just get them on up out of here. Man, bruh. It's a snowy afternoon. I ain't gonna be here long, ladies and gentlemen. I just had to come tell y'all about this bag that's popping off real quick. What's going on to Henry? He said I got a promotion, man. King J, you family. I just want to, if you just happen to see some foolery going on up in here, just knock it on out, bro. Please, respectfully, if you can, What's going on, Henry? Black Man Unfiltered, y'all in the building. Shout out to everybody that's watching on Facebook. We finna get right to the article. I'm not gonna even play with y'all this morning or this afternoon. It's a snowy day. I'm ready to go to sleep. I'm not even finna play with y'all this afternoon. I'm getting straight to the business. We getting straight to the business this morning. I'm not even finna play. We not even finna play no game. So let's get right to it. Y'all see that right there. Y'all see that right there. It say Minnesota will pay $275 per hour for nurses amid Omicron surge. Before we get deep into it, though, my question is where has this money been all this time? Ain't it funny that people gotta get critically sick. A bunch of people at once got to get critically sick for nurses to get paid what they really worth. Ain't that crazy that people got to die for nurses to get paid what they really worth? Ain't that crazy? Where has the money been? This money just magically appeared out of nowhere. Oh, and please believe me, Minnesota, they're not going to be the only ones. They're not going to be the only ones. Where has this money been? Sister on the Mission. Shout out to Sister on the Mission. Thank you for watching. We going to stay safe and pray, man. All right. Let's get it. The state of Minnesota is in the middle of a massive nursing shortage. Healthcare facilities across the state have run out of capacity. Currently, there are just 32 adult intensive care hospital beds available, and nearly 40% of state hospitals have no empty regular adult hospital beds. To help recruit nurses, Minnesota hospitals say they will pay a temporary staffing agency $275 per hour, along with stipend, housing, and food. Lord. Listen, if they gonna pay the RNs $275, I may hop on a plane to Minnesota for about $175. That might move me. Yeah, no, I wasn't trying to go out of the state for a certain number, but that might move me. They give me $175 an hour, I might have to hop on that plane and grab that bag real quick. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna even lie to you. They make me an offer $175. I don't even want to go. I hate the cold. I might have to just jump over to Minnesota to see what St. Olaf talking about. Shout out to Betty White. I may have to go see what they was popping off in St. Olaf. What Omicron doing over in St. Olaf right now? 675. I mean, not 675. 275. I'm speaking of 675 into existence, though. I'm speaking that into existence. According to a $40 million contract that Minnesota signed with SLS Health Services, a Texas-based recruiting agency, the state will pay the agency $275 per hour or more for registered nurses to work in the hospitals struggling to care for COVID-19 patients during the Omicron surge. The agreement also includes the pay for medical workers who work as supervisors, as well as overtime and holiday pay when applicable. An additional $345 per day will be allotted per person for food, lodging, and other living expenses. Under the agreement, SLS will provide 199 licensed and certified practical nurses, Lord, and 20 respiratory therapists while working. These providers may be asked to test people for COVID-19, provide care in shelters, or supplement workers at the hospitals and other medical facilities. I may have to hop on that bag. I might have to look into this contract. However, the contract does not specify how much of the workers' hourly wage will go to the staffing agencies. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the average hourly wage for registered nurses in Minnesota is around $37 an hour. When working a regular 40-hour week. Pay tends to be higher in metro areas such as Twin Cities and lower in rural areas. Well, that's all about to change. Let's see. The deal with SLS Health Services will run until the end of March. Yeah, I might have to hop on that bag real quick. The state is using federal coronavirus relief aid to cover the bill. Governor Tim Watts said these workers will be expected to work 60 hours, 60-hour weeks for 60 days, 60 hours a week for 60 days. Hey, listen, 2-month contract, 8 weeks. I may have to hop on that one. They may have to put me in, coach. He added that around 100 nurses are expected to arrive next week. They will be stationed at 23 hospitals across the state, including Regents Hospital in St. Paul. Our healthcare workers have provided superb care to sick Minnesotans, is that how they pronounce their people, Minnesotans, throughout the pandemic. But now Omicron variant is causing cases to surge and in some cases sidelining our medical personnel, said Governor Walz. I thought they got it written two different ways. One say Watts and one say Walls. During a live press conference at this critical moment, when our doctors and nurses are asking for help, we are providing it. Isn't that just something? Isn't that something when how stuff can get done? Isn't it funny how money can just magically appear when they need it to? Isn't that funny? Where was all this money? Where was all this money 2-3 years ago? Where was it? It's crazy. There are currently 1,592 patients hospitalized with COVID-19 in the state, including 239 in intensive care, a slight improvement from the day before. Healthcare administrators say the main problem is that many staff members are either exhausted or out sick with COVID. But nurses in the state say officials need to do more to keep them safe. Just last week, the Minnesota Nurses Association held a news conference where they detailed the worsening working conditions at hospitals and clinics. They described the inadequate staffing and occasional violence from the patients they are treating and their families because of misinformation about coronavirus treatments. This is why that bag has to be raised. Nurses are getting verbally abused. Nurses are getting physically abused. And nobody's going to keep working for pennies on top of dealing with one of the viruses that's doing what it's doing. Nobody's going to continue to deal with that for pennies. Better stop that. Knock it off. Please knock it off. Because look, check this out. Why would a staff nurse stay for that mess? And for a second, I even thought about taking a staff job at a hospital. I thought about it. Because I talked to one of my nurse people and they said they were offering $1,500 pickup bonuses. Any extra shift you get an additional $1,500 bonus to pick it up. Nobody is working for pennies anymore. At least not while this pandemic is going on. Nobody's going to do it. And why would they? And why should they? We are exhausted, but we are not tired of caring for our patients, said Mary Turner, president of the Nurses Union and a COVID-19 nurse in intensive care unit at North Memorial in Robbinsdale. Listen, my goal straight out of nursing school is to get hired into the ICU. I know experience is the best teacher. I've been purchasing books just to sharpen up some information. Follow the money. As my mother would say, follow the money. And that's what I'm going to do, is follow the money. As an ICU nurse, you are one of the most marketable nurses that you can be. You can go anywhere. All the ICU nurses have told me they can go anywhere. Most of them can work on almost any unit. I'm going for the bag. Let's not play games and act like this isn't about the bag. Let's not play games, because if it wasn't about the bag, they wouldn't be ready to pay nurses $275 per hour. Let's just cut it out. All that labor of love, that's over. That's over with. People not taking that no more. That is over. All this labor of love stuff, that's over with, bro. That is over. Let's see. We are tired of being thanked for our sacrifices instead of being treated with respect in the workplace. Many nurses in the state say they should be paid just as much as travel nurses. See, this is where the problem is going to lie. Because now you're not going to be able to keep consistent staff, at least not at the rate that you need to. Once those Minnesota travel nurses find out, or once those staff Minnesota nurses find out that these people are making $275 per hour, what in the hell what incentive do they have to even stay? What incentive do they have to stay? These new young nurses, these nurses like myself, who don't have no kids, for the right bag, will hop on the plane. You better stop playing. It's a new day. It's a new breed of nurses that's finna come through. You're not finna keep having the same staff nurses and paying them pennies. It's not gonna happen. These hospitals have to compete. You have to compete, like it or not. It is a new breed of nurses that's finna come up. These new millennial nurses, they not getting married like they used to, and they not having kids at the rate they used to. These new millennials are focused on getting on getting that bag. It's a new day. It is a new day. A group of managers at the Mayo Clinic, along with 672 nurse members of the Minnesota Nurse Association, recently filed a petition asking the state to triple their wages while traveling nurses are being used. They are also calling for wage fairness and retention bonuses. Oh yeah, I've been saying that since this thing started. It's wonderful that travel nurses are getting that bag, but you are going to cause a problem with your staff, with your local staff nurses. You're going to cause tension. You're going to cause problems. There's going to be more strikes. Yeah. I don't blame them. I get it. Oh, I 100% get it. Who finna work for pennies anymore? And it's not fair to the nurse that can't leave the state and travel nurse. That nurse should get compensated as well, because they still dealing with the same stuff. Yeah, they didn't leave their state, but still, they should be compensated. Somebody gonna have to make some. It's gonna have to change. The system has to change. It's going to have to change. What you are seeing right now is a shift. You are literally watching a shift in medical history right now. This is not a game anymore. These new millennial nurses are not settling for what these older nurses have settled for. Absolutely not, especially if they got the mindset that I got. Especially if they got the mindset that I got. What's going on, Nurse Nell? Said couldn't believe that title. Yeah. There's several articles on it. Several. It's several articles on it. Boy, and the local nurses in Minnesota, they not having that. Boy, that strike bag finna be crazy. That scab, what they call them scabs. That strike bag is fin to be crazy. Let me see. Nurses continue to work under extremely difficult circumstances to care for our patients, while male CEOs make millions off our hard work, said Kelly Rosefold, RN at Mayo Clinic Health System. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The game is about to change. The game is about to change. You're going to have to start paying nurses like you paying these athletes. Maybe not as much, but something is going to have to change. Especially if they putting their life on the line like this. People are tired. People are burnt out. People are stressed. You're not finna keep getting away with the same stuff you was getting away with before. Oh, but CJ, it's a labor of love. You're doing it from the heart. No, 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 no. Y'all wasn't trying to hear that. Y'all wasn't trying to hear that when I was saying it. I had people in my comments talking about some, oh, well, you shouldn't be all about the money. It's not all about the money. The CEO at your hospital says otherwise. The CEO at your hospital says otherwise. Making millions. Let's stop playing these games. Oh, but CJ, if you don't do it, if you're doing it for the money, then that's you not gonna provide good patient care. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. Nurse Nell says, how long do you think this will go? Just these few years around the pandemic? I don't know. Because now you're starting a ripple effect. You are, I mean, I'm sure they're not, it's not going to be $275 forever. It probably won't even last to the end of the year. It probably won't even last the next 2 months, but well, they saying 60 days, 60-day contracts, but we'll see. But now the conversation is starting to get started. It's starting to get started. These cats ain't playing no more. These cats is not playing no more. It's my job now. They said it's. They told me they want me to come in 2 or 4. We could what? They texted me now talking about, can you come in 2 to 4 hours early? Man, it's fun. No, I gotta get some sleep. I'll be there for 12 more hours. No, I'm sorry, I can't. Can't do it. I can't do it. That bag ain't high enough for me. Look, I don't know. I ain't gonna put a number on there, but DON text me now. We need you. When I tell you, it ain't nobody working. Ain't nobody working right now. Let's stop playing, bro. Look, hold on. I'm gonna show y'all the text. Hope y'all can see it. I ain't gonna put the number on there. I'm gonna show y'all the text. What? Yeah. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Hold on. Can y'all see that? She said, "Hi, Chris. This is a DON. Is there any way you could come in early today? We could use 2 to 4 hours. If you do 4 hours, you get a $300 pickup pay. That's not enough. That's not enough for me to come in 4 hours early. I'm about to be like, make it 6, and I'll come in right now." Make it $600. I come in right now. Right now. It's like, nah, but nah, I'm not gonna do it. All money ain't good money. But let me get back to this article. Um, let me see. In response, the Mayo Clinic said it value its nurses and all the sacrifices that made over the careers. Mayo Clinic is constantly adapting to increase recruitment and meet staffing demands. Boy, they got their PR person on this quick. Mayo, stop. We don't want to hear none of that. Cut the check. People always want to put out paragraphs and long essay responses. We don't want to hear none of that. Cut the damn check. Cut the check. That's all you gotta do is cut the check. Ain't nothing. It's not hard. Mayo talking about, oh, well, we appreciate y'all. Um, we trying to figure out how to do. No. Cut the damn check. Stop playing. Don't play with us. Why you want to play game? It's not that hard. Cut the check. I don't need no. If you ain't talking about cutting the check, we don't need no long response. We'll just go somewhere else that's gonna pay us. That's all. That's how that's gonna go. I can't. She talking about coming in 4 hours early. I just got off work. What you talking about? I'm finna go to sleep for 4 hours, 5 hours. No, I'm finna walk into that madness right now. When I gotta deal with it for 12 hours, straight into the madness. Not crazy. Let me get back to what I'm talking about so I can get back to sleep. Mayo Clinic is, let me see, hold on. It says Mayo Clinic is constantly adapting to increase recruitment and meet staffing demands, including offering premium pay and financial incentives, utilizing agency nurses, redeploying staff from outpatient areas to alleviate inpatient constraints, and in some cases, evaluating surgical listings and adjusting schedules as needed for patients whose health or quality of life will not be adversely affected by waiting, said Christy Jacobson, communications manager at the Mayo Clinic. Well, shout out to Miss Jacobs that talked about everything else instead of getting that check. Where's the check? That's what these nurses want. They want the. It's not hard. It's not a lot to talk about. It's really not a lot to talk about, and it's crazy how out of thin air, all these magical numbers just start to appear. Ain't that something? Isn't that something? When you think about it, that's crazy, ain't it? Run me that dough. Listen, you may not get the rates that you're getting now for the next 5 years, for the foreseeable future. Of course, the rates are going to go down, but please believe they're not going to go back to where they were because nurses know better. There's no way you're going to pay nurses now almost $300 an hour and then go back to pennies. That's not going to happen. That is not going to happen. So I think people in these companies tend to forget real quick that it was a shortage before this, and it's going to be a shortage after this. A lot of people are not lining up to be nurses. You dig? A lot of people ain't lining up to be nurses. It's been a shortage since the 80s. How long they been saying they gonna phase LPNs out? Since before I was born. My mama said they've been saying that since she was a girl. And look what happened. Look what happened. I better stop playing. Get your bag. Young men, to you young men out there, I'm gonna keep saying it. If you can handle some death, some blood, getting cussed out by a patient every now and then, and you can think on your feet, I would definitely say get into that nurse bag. It's never been a better time to do it. They are paying you to go to school. I am sure that there is some sort of program, organization, something within your state that will either pay for you to go to school 100% or that will drastically reduce the cost of tuition. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure it is some sort of program. Young ladies, young men, especially to the young men. Let me talk my talk for a second. All you dudes out there, you see all this money on the table right now. You better stop worrying about these bras and go get your paper. They gonna be here. Stop worrying about these broads. Go get your paper. Go get your money. I'm speaking to the fellas. Ladies, same to you. Stop worrying about these dusty dudes. Go get your bag. They're going to be here. Now is not the time. This is bag season right now. Now is not the time to be worried about no foolishness. When we have cases, when we have scenarios where people are getting paid $275 plus an hour to go to work. Do y'all see why I protect my license? Do y'all see why I don't be out here in the streets endangering my license? I just had a conversation not too long ago about with a nurse who got a DUI. I'm not even a drinker like that. I only drink when I'm on a ship. But I don't touch alcohol. I don't touch drugs. I don't do none of that stuff because ain't none of that more important than this paper. None of that. There's too much money out here to be worried about the dumb shit. I'm just telling you right now. Too much money. It is so many. So many. Y'all just see, I get DO and they don't care. They need bodies. DO and talking about 300. I sent her a text back. Make it 6 and I'll come in 3 hours early. Make it 6. She ain't gonna do it. Well, she might do it. She desperate enough. She might. I'm waiting on a response. I told her make it 6. I'll be out there at 3 o'clock. If not, I'll see you when I see you. But please believe me, these rates ain't going nowhere. As far as the whole, it's not going to go back to nurses getting $30 an hour. Like, that is not going to happen. And if you working for that 2 or 3 years down the line, something wrong with you. Because I never work for that. Especially after all the work I'm finna put in. Oh, no. That ain't going to happen. That ain't going to happen. Crazy. I'm telling you right now. I got this article from advisory.com. And it's talking about the increasing wages of nurse pay. It says hospitals across the country have been struggling with staff shortages, particularly of nurses. According to the healthcare consultancy Premier Nurse, turnover rates have increased 22% from this year. That was from 2021. 22% from the annual rate of 18%. I don't think y'all hearing me right now. The rate of turnovers have increased 22%. The average turnover rate is 18%. This ain't no game, bruh. What is wrong with y'all? Omega said F engineering, nurses getting that bag. No, I ain't gonna say that. Don't. I'm not downplaying. I'm not downplaying no other profession. I ain't gonna say that. If you an engineer, get your engineering bag, because I know they getting that. They getting to the money too. Bree says, imagine if you didn't make the nurse agencies as the middleman and take that 30% out. Oh, Bree, they ain't trying to hear that. They ain't trying to hear you, Bree. Hey, listen, that's what a lot of these like a lot of these long-term care places they starting to do. They starting to cut the middleman out. They starting to cut the middleman out. Let me see. Let me finish this article. It says to retain their current nurses and attract new staffs, many hospitals have increased their nurse salaries to remain competitive in the job market. For example, HCA Healthcare, one of the largest hospital chains in the country, said it increased its nurse pay this year to keep up with COVID-19 surges and to compete with rivals trying to fill vacant positions. Let me hold on. Just so y'all know I'm not capping. Just so y'all know I'm not capping when I say this is a competition. When I say this is a competition, these places have to compete for nurses now. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Let me show y'all this. Hold on. Just so y'all can see what I'm talking about. It said that. Let me go to it. For example, I'm going to read it again. It said, for example, HCA Healthcare, one of the largest hospital chains in the country, said it increased its nurse pay to keep up with the COVID-19 surges and to compete with rivals. If you still one of these nurses still thinking that this is not a business, then you have an issue. Compete with rivals. Something is wrong with you. You have a problem. Yeah, shout out to King Gene. Hold on to that engineer. That bag is nice. Engineers is getting to the back to the paper. Let me see. It says similarly, Jefferson Health in May raised salaries for its nearly 10,000 nurses by 10%. That's not enough. After the system discovered that rivals have increased their compensation. Yeah. You need competition. Competition is healthy in all circumstances. Competition is healthy in all circumstances. This is why I am striving so hard to becoming the most marketable nurse that I can become. Because please believe it, when I am that marketable nurse, there's going to be a bidding war for me. Let's not play. When I get that training in and I become proficient in my skills, there's going to be a bidding war. There's going to be a bidding war. I'm not playing no games. She says she can do 600. I'm not going though. Not going. I'm about to actually get up out of here in a minute. um, Mom said, "Don't work. Tired. Get your. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm not going. I'm about to go to sleep in a few minutes." See, Mata says, "CJ, do you have any recommendations for websites for nursing students, even subscription based? I'm an LPN student struggling with med surge. I would say nursing.com. If you go on YouTube and type in register nurse RN Sarah, she is really good at breaking down a lot of topics. Like she's good at physiology, she's good at talking about the anatomy, she's good at talking about the disease process. She breaks it down into digestible bites to where that you can understand. It's like nursing topics for dummies because she really breaks it down. She talks slow enough so you can understand what she's saying. So I would definitely recommend Register Nurse RN. Um, I would say check out Remar Nurse as well. Miss Regina over there, she does a lot of dope work. She always does her like her free NCLEX streams on YouTube, and she also has her NCLEX products, and she talks a lot about that as well. So I would say like nursing.com. I would also say like registered nurse RN on YouTube. I would say Read My Nurse. There's a lot of resources out here. You just gotta, do your due diligence and put in that work and find it. But you're gonna be all right. Just keep grinding. Mm-mm-mm. Do y'all see that? Let me read this. In addition, Citizens Memorial Hospital in Missouri this month raises nurse salary up by 5% after rivals in other nearby cities increased their workers' wages. Sarah Hannick, the CNO, said the hospital also increased hourly wages of nurses working overnight shifts by around 15% to ensure sufficient staffing for those shifts. We were forced to. We absolutely have to stay competitive. We absolutely have to stay competitive. Do y'all not see this? Do y'all not see this? Listen, I I am I'm very sad that people are hurting, people are suffering. But boy, I'm not gonna act like I'm not happy about that bag. That's what I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna act like that. I'm not gonna act like I'm not happy about that bag. That's a whole fact. That's a whole fact. Overall, the average annual salary for RNs, not including bonus pay, grew to 81,376, according to Premier, a 4% increase across the first 9 months of the year. This is larger than the 3.3% increase in the average annual nurse salary for 2020 and the 2.6 increase in 2019. Yeah, those days are over. All that's over with. In addition to salary increases, some organizations such as Providence are also offering other benefits to attract and retain nurses, such as more time off. I've been saying this since almost a year. I've been saying this for almost a year. They're going to have to compete, such as more time off, greater schedule flexibility, and a new career development opportunities. Many hospitals are also hiring new graduates to work in specialized roles in OR and other areas, allowing them to advance their careers more quickly than they would have before. Well, I bet. I bet. Yeah, I bet. That's why when I start, I'm gonna tell them, please put me in the ICU. I would love to precept in the ICU during during my clinical rotation. I'm gonna request that now. Whether I get that, I don't know. I don't know if I will or not, but I probably have a decent shot. I probably have a decent shot. Um, Let me see. Overall, the rising demand for nurses has allowed those entering the hold on, workforce to negotiate higher salaries, more flexible working hours, and other benefits. I think you get to write your own ticket, Tessa Johnson, president of North Dakota Nurses Association, said. Especially the more valuable you are. Especially the more valuable you are. Shout out to Rebecca. She's a new subscriber, a new LPN at 39. I'm proud of you, Rebecca. Wonderful job. You made a fantastic choice and you came in at the right time. I'm very happy for you. Let me put some respect on Rebecca's name right now for becoming a new LPN. I'm very happy for you. See, I don't got no sound effects, nothing like that, but I'm going to just give you a clap. A clap and a salute. And I'm going to take a sip of water for the working nurse. There you go. Definitely had to put some respect on your name. I appreciate it. Shoot me an email. We can talk about your experiences. Shoot me an email. We can talk about your experiences. Let me know. I'd love to have you on the show. But ladies and gentlemen, I think that's it for me. Just had to come kick it with y'all this afternoon and let y'all know about this bag that's out here. So till next time, boys and girls, I bid you adieu. Get paid. Paid. Young nurse. Get paid. Peace.